Warm welcome also from our side, from Axel to the NOAH 2017 conference. I'm supposed to have slides. This is a boring slide. Ah, there it is. Okay, got it. Okay, so last year I made a strong pitch for Berlin, describing Berlin as a city, as a new mindset, as a new way of life. I just showed many pictures on a great city to live, to love, to eat, to drink, to party, to chill, to riot, and also to work. And also about our aspirations on becoming truly international. You see it on the lower left, don't spring from the margin. But seriously, Berlin is a city transforming from broken experience to a hotspot of change. What I stressed, okay, guys. Okay, what I especially stressed last year was the attractiveness of Berlin for investors as a city where it's very attractive to invest. Berlin being one of the 10 startups hubs worldwide. And even if you take digitization for the city, it's so important because the startup industry in Berlin is becoming the biggest employer in Berlin. And afterwards I was asked, Jens, how much did the city of Berlin pay you for the presentation? No, I wasn't bribed. What I just showed last year were facts, and you see it here. That was an important chart last year. Startup funding in 2015, we see it here, Berlin #1 in Europe ahead of London. And even if you take it from a German perspective, Berlin accumulated 2/3 of all funding to Berlin startups. That was 2015. These were the facts I presented last year. And we have seen some dramatic changes, not northwards, but rather southbound. Because if you take a look here, 2016, it has dramatically changed for Berlin. Berlin lost 50% of funding size. In comparison here to London, Paris, and Stockholm, they all gained. Berlin lost 50%. Funding being the one side of the equation, the other side is the exit side. For Europe here, it looks good. We see Europe over the last couple of years together with Asia Pacific having gained at the cost of US. And if you take it by a city level, looks good for Berlin. That was in 2014. Exit value created here in Berlin as 16 billion, 5 billion ahead of London. That was 2014. Now, if we add the numbers for 2015 and first half year 2016, you see here in Berlin, only 3.5 billion, and London had a big, strong comeback with almost 14 billion of exit value created. Of course, 2014 in Germany, in Berlin, driven strongly by the Rocket and Zalando IPO at that time. And now there is also some hope, of course, with Delivery Hero just announced their IPO for next week. Talking about funding, quality of funding, this is the conclusion, or it's a global startup ecosystem report. They came to the conclusion that all of the top 20 ecosystems have above average funding quality except for one city, and that being Berlin. And quality measured here by the presence of experienced VCs, experience meaning that they have been more than 5 years in the market. And if you look at the hard numbers underlying this conclusion, they are stunning. You see here London with 228 VC firms and Berlin only 31. Berlin even below Stockholm. And this also, of course, transfers into volume. We see fund volume raised. Obviously, London ahead here with almost 17 billion, but Berlin, again, below Stockholm, far end with only 1.3 billion. Digitization is a tech play, but we all know how important human resources are. Let's look at quality of talents. And here also interesting analysis by European Digital Forum and European Investment Fund. And they took basically a number of criteria, but 4 core criteria: entrepreneurial education, access to talents, cost for talents, and English proficiency. And it's shocking to see here in a European comparison, Berlin only being on place 44. So this is really an issue that has to be tackled. Unfortunately, it's not an issue you can solve as a quick fix. This will take time to climb up the ladder. And it's not just with the quality of talent. We also have an issue with the number of full-stack developers here in Berlin. You see it here, London outnumbering Berlin by more than factor 3. So in a way, to sum it up, it's a little bit of a gloomy picture on Berlin. If you take funding, quality of funding, fund volume raised, exit value created, quality of talent, and also missing developers. So there is a lot to do here in Berlin. But one has also to understand Berlin. Berlin, in a way, is a startup itself. Berlin had a great launch party, but now it's really about business, about getting traction here. It's about fueling the digital ecosystem. And fueling the digital ecosystem, that's what Axel Springer NOAH is about. If you take digitization, we, media industry, were hit by digitization more than 10 years ago. Now it's spreading across all industries. And the idea behind NOAH, as Marco pointed out, is to bring together corporates, PEs, VCs, with the unicorns and newcomers, with the ones who are challenging or disrupting existing business logic, and now across all industries. We have more than 130 CEOs and founders here on stage, more than 3,000 executive participants. It's a fantastic platform, not just to network, but also to initiate and make deals here. Where is Marco? There you are. Marco, to you, a great thank you. I mean, you are Mr. NOAH. You are the godfather of NOAH, so to speak. We are very happy to be partners of you and your team. What you have done here is really amazing, creating this business conference, bringing it to Berlin. And thank you also for skipping the party. Thanks very much, and a warm welcome also from our side.
Thank you very much.